Hello, my name is Michael Guillory, Director of Admissions here at Arc Labs Houston campus. I'm going to be your tour guide today. We're going to see this entire campus and we're going to have a little fun, okay? Come with me, guys. All right, so when you walk in, the first place we stop here is we have our administration area. We have Miss Wendy here. She actually does double purposes, but we'll see her a little later as well, okay? But she's here to help you out, whatever it is that you need. Now, as we walk into the campus, we got a nice little hallway right here, and there's different departments that we'll cover a little later on in your tour. This right here is one of the classrooms, your first classroom that you're going to experience. This is where we have our orientation and also a lot of safety classes as well. We also do other type of instruction and some of our certification testing goes in there as well. But we're gonna go out here to the lab where you can see where the magic really happens, okay? Now, to get into the lab, there's two different ways you do that, all right? The first entrance is for our current students. They're coming through the side entrance here. As you can see, we got a student right there. He's pushing the button. It's easy on your way out. On your way in, there's actually a code that you have to use. One thing you'll identify about us is we're all about safety. Safety as far as from you outside of the building, also inside the building. So as I say safety first, we put on our safety glasses, okay guys? So let's go ahead and go. So first week of school, as you heard me say again, I keep saying safety, you're gonna learn safety. We're not gonna put you in the lab until we feel comfortable that you can get out there and be safe to learn and without any incidents or accidents. So this is the classroom that you'll be in here. We don't need to look at it, it's just a bunch of boring desks or whatnot, but this is for the first day and your second day where they will go over and it's basically not to burn yourself up, okay? But on Wednesday, your third day of school, you'll get to weld, okay? We have our check-in area right here. We use technology here, guys, to check in. There's no signing, there's no paper trail, it's all electronic. You're gonna have everybody has a smartphone, you'll use that, you'll click on the QR code, and the QR code is gonna then log into our system. That way attendance is tracked. What I can tell you is that attendance is so key in the welding field. Our employees look at attendance from our students to ensure they're here every single day. Also, the only way you're gonna be a really great welder is to continue to show up and practice. So coming to school, tracking your attendance is so important, okay guys? So here guys, you'll see two of our rows of our welding booths. We have them labeled specifically by the corresponding welding machine and the booth itself. So if you look over here, you have F1, F2, F3, and so on and so on. This is our F row, okay? But inside of here, there are a couple of things I'm gonna show you that are advantages of why Arc Labs is where we are today. So we take a look here, we're gonna go ahead and go from left to right. So we go to the left, we go up to the top, you're gonna look at our ventilation system here. There's a large extractor outside that actually this connects to, and this basically ensures that you have a clean breathing environment when you're welding. When you're welding, as some of you may have welded before knows, there's a lot of combustion that's created. So we wanna ensure that this is sucked out, you can focus on your weld versus focusing on breathing, and that way you have a quality weld. You also have your own individual power source. Power source could be used for your equipment. Sometimes we do allow students maybe to play music here and there, that as long as it doesn't disturb anyone, but an additional light source you may need because when you're welding, even though it makes a bright light itself, you still need to be able to see what you're doing, and also controls for your welding voltage as well, okay? But let's take you out there and show where the actual welding machines are. So again, this is our F row, this is our A row. So I want you to take a look right here. So you see A5 right here. This is one of our rows here. Remember I was telling you about lighting source? We do also provide lighting for you as well. But again, if you need additional lighting or any additional power, we have that for you as well. But A5, as you can see, is that booth. As we come here, you will see the A5 welding machine that it corresponds to. And right here. What we have here are our Miller machines that we use. We use Miller and Lincoln. Are the two primary machines that we use. It's so key that you have access to that because if you notice how these numbers fluctuate, that's because people may be doing different things in their weld. So it's important that you only focus on yours, and that's why we separate them, because you don't want to have this in there while you're doing that. You want to have room to be able to weld safely, okay? As we turn around, you'll also see another area. This is our demo area. So as I talk to you guys, and I tell you that we do a lot of one-on-one and hands-on instruction, one thing you will learn about us is that we're real big on that student to teacher ratio. We shoot for 1 to 20. First of all, we're gonna tell you how to do it, okay? Then we're gonna show you how to do it. Then we're gonna let you do it. Now, here's what happens when you do it probably the first time. You're probably not gonna do it really, really well, unless you're already a welder. And then even then, you're gonna have some things to learn. What happens at that moment is your instructor will either come to your booth Or you come out here, and then the instructors will then show you what you did wrong and what to do, and then send you back in your booth. And then that way you continue to practice and get better and better at what you do. Well, this area is where our instructors are. Right now we have instructors and students having a meeting right now. They're talking about some things, but we have the 3 different areas where they're posted at during the time of instruction while you're in school. Now, of course, the next thing is, where do I get my materials? Okay, you can't just be in a welding booth without anything to weld, right? Well, we have that also taken care of for you. We have our coupon area, but this is where you're going to get everything that you need in order to weld, okay? We have here, you get your plate, you get your pipe. We have individuals who work back here to provide you with what you need in order to be successful. Even though they're not instructors, they even help answer any questions that you may have. You know, and the reason why I point that out is because you're a student, right? You're here to learn. And so you may think you know something, you may not know anything. These guys are welders. They can help you. And these guys are the experts. So all you do is walk up here, you tell them what you need, and they give you what you need. So for example, Tyler, how you doing? Awesome. So for example, if someone walks up to Tyler and they said, hey, can I get some plate? He'll give them the plate. All right? Some of the materials that you get. Also, and we already have ours already fabricated for you. And look at that. So, once again, everything you need to be successful. Okay, Mr. Mike, I've got my materials, I've welded. My instructor told me my stuff looks really, really good. So that means I must be a professional and I'm good to go. Not necessarily. So remember, you're welding 2 pieces of metal together using another material, right? You're creating a bond of some sort, right? So even though it may look good, we don't know for sure that it is done properly. Remember, you're learning. Now, of course, over time, you'll get better. Well, we have here what we like to call the heartbreaker, right? This is what we do. We have what's called a bend test. This is where we truly test the integrity of your work. I can tell you that we have a lot of students. We have well over 150, 160 students here. And to say that only 12 people have had their heart broken, that's good, right? That means we're doing something right. So I know you are not gonna be number 13, right? Awesome, come on down, guys. So our next stop on the tour is gonna be, I would like to say, real life. One thing that we pride ourselves in doing is ensuring that we're preparing our students for the workforce, okay? Why is that important? Well, what you don't want to do is go to school and then go back home and your skills aren't where you need to be and you can't get a job, right? So we have to ensure that we have to ensure that you're ready to work. So we partner up with a lot of employers. Those employers tell us what the blueprint is of what they need for their welders. Well, we adjust our curriculum based on that. Well, as you and I know, welding doesn't always happen in a beautiful area like this. A lot of times it's out in the world, right? We're in Texas, guys, so I don't know where you are, if you're in Colorado where it's nice and cold, or maybe beautiful Hawaii, but it gets hot and it also gets cold, but it mostly gets hot. So we're gonna have you out here in the field. We have portable welders, our Rangers, Lincoln Electric Power Rangers. And this is the type of equipment that you'll be using when you get out there in the field. Then we have our actual simulator itself. The simulator is going to teach you how to weld on pipe, plate. You'll learn how to weld hanging upside down. You'll learn how to weld if you're climbing like a pole of some sort. All of this is simulating what you need. Because remember, we have employees who build everything. And if you didn't know that, that's what welders do. They build stuff, they create stuff. And that's what we're going to teach you guys how to do. This big unit right here, this is the big brother of that unit or the extraction system that you have in your welding booth, okay? That smoke, that combustion goes through there, comes out here, gets processed, and cleanly goes out to the atmosphere. And that way everybody's safe, in there and out here as well, okay? And then of course the stimulator. One-on-one, guys. So if you see here, remember I told you we go 1 to 20 typical classroom. I have one instructor. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 students here. 5 students, one back there, just saw them. Again, one-on-one instruction. It's always a good ratio to ensure that you're able to ask questions and get what you need to be successful. Sounds good? Awesome. Well, you want to see a little bit of work? Now, if you didn't know this, Don't stare into the light. But as you can see right here, what he's doing stick welding on pipe. Now, just to let you know, just give him some credit. This is his 3rd day welding. Okay, 3rd day in school, I'm sorry. So he's just now learning to weld. But that just shows you that we got people who know how to weld and people who don't know how to weld. And we're gonna teach everyone to be successful. Now, I showed you the work, right? We also like to have fun here too, guys. Remember, we're in Texas. And in Texas, we like to eat. And yes, we do eat here as well. This is our lounge area. We actually have 2 lounge areas, but this is the one I would say probably is the most popular, an outdoor area. And if you look right there, you see a big Texas-built barbecue pit from our welders, okay? And as if you didn't know, welders make the best barbecue pits because we're welding metal, all right? But let you guys know that we're here, we have fun, we have events, open houses. I mean, we enjoy ourselves as we learn, okay? So that is the welding lab, guys. Again, as you can see, we have multiple rows. Here we have 3 different shifts. We have an early morning shift, a midday shift, and also a night shift. The reason why we do that is because a lot of our students come from different parts of their life. We have people who are coming right out of high school. These kids that used to wake up early in the morning, going to school. Then we have people who have full-time jobs. They go to work, they come right after that. So the flexibility is there. Flexibility is there. You can see it yourself, different ages when you look at some of these students. But that's the welding lab. So now we're gonna go to the admin area and kind of show you a couple other people that are part of your graduation team or success team or whatever you wanna call it, but ultimately to help make sure you get to where you wanna be at. So you can see we have tours going on right now, but we're gonna stop at the first department, which is the admissions department. So as you may have heard me earlier when I was telling you, my name is Michael Giller. I'm the director of admissions. So I'm over the department that comes in who gets you into school, okay? And so we have a team totally set up just to ensure that you understand this process. It's probably who you're speaking with right now, okay? So come with me. So our admissions department here consists of admissions representatives. You have me, our office out of here. We have 3 different reps. Again, whoever you may be on the phone with may be in one of those offices with the door closed talking to you right now, but that's gonna be the person that's going to pilot this entire vehicle for you to get in school all the way up to you when you get ready to graduate, okay? But let's talk about all the other people that's part of your team. Remember I told you we have fun here, guys. So I've lost many of battles here. So other departments, right? We have career services. Their sole job is to help you get a job, okay? I'm gonna tell you this right here. Your success is our success, all right? We do this to help people truly be able to take care of their families and have just an exciting job in welding. For those of you who didn't know this, I mean, the average age of a welder right now is 51 to 52 years old. What that means is they're getting ready to retire. So by the year of 2025, we're talking about an additional 300 to 400,000 more jobs in welding. So if you were sitting there wondering, man, should I do welding? Yes, you should do welding, right? But career services, these guys stay busy, constantly talking to employers, having employers coming out here, interviewing our students here, okay? And we're gonna be setting you up with that. So that's part of your success team, right? Then there's our student services team. Their job is to ensure that while you're in school, you get everything that you need. If you need documentation, you know, if you just, sometimes you need somebody just to talk to, they're there for you as far as that's concerned as well. And that's our student services team. Then of course, there's the finance team. This is the part that everybody goes, oh, Mr. Mike, how am I gonna pay for school? Well, guess what? Mr. Mike doesn't want you to have to worry about how you're gonna pay for school. He wants you to worry about how you're gonna graduate, right? So we already have a team set up 100% to help you find ways to make school affordable for you. All you do is all you do is talk to them, and they're gonna help find everything they can to make sure that you can afford school so you can be successful as a professional welder. Okay, guys? Awesome. So, with that being said, guys, that concludes the tour of the campus. Now, does that conclude your journey? Of course not. This is just the beginning, but we are happy and excited to have you guys here. So what I wanna say right now, be the first one to tell you is congratulations. Congratulations on taking that first step. Congratulations on making that change. It takes a lot to do this, but let's know that we're here for you, okay? So can't wait to see you. Have a good day, and you make sure you get started soon, okay? Thanks, guys.